Oh my god, you guys, look at this. So it's pink and now we put it in hot water and are you seeing the magic? It turns white. And so I just want to say hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. The long-awaited Valentine's Day nail tutorial is here, and for these I thought we can do some short almond nails. I will be using these thermal nail gels from Born Pretty, which is why the nail polish actually changed color in warm water. I will be swatching all of these 4 colors for you guys later in the video, so stay tuned for that. Since it's Valentine's Day, I wanted to do this pink color that turns to white, and so that is what we're going to be using today. And of course, all our nail decals, meaning the lips and the hearts, were made with our Cricut machine, meaning there is no need to draw or have any art skills. And so if you guys are ready to see how I did these, please keep watching and let's get started. Here I am on Cricut Design Space and I'm just going to open up a new project. I do have my nail template with a direct link on my Etsy if you guys needed it. This is the link right here and it takes you directly to my Cricut project. Now all we have to do is just open it in Cricut Design Space and customize. Here in our project we have a set of 3 templates, including long, extra long, and short. Since we are doing short almond shaped nails, I am going to be using the short template, and so I'm just going to delete the other ones and save this as a new file. And so now it's just about adding any designs that you want. In text, I'm going to just type in XOXO, and I think I wanted that in one of the index fingers. I did want some cursive font, and so if you go to thefont.com, you can find a lot of free fonts for you to use for free. The font that I picked is called Beautiful Secret, again from thefont.com, and if you want to make it a little bit thicker, I suggest you add an offset, that way your lines aren't that thin. Here I added an offset of 0.1, which you can see makes the lines a little bit thicker and easier to cut for your Cricut machine. Over on the left side, we have our shapes that we can definitely use, but there is also images. So I'm going to type in lips, and then we have the filter for free over on the left. We just click it, and here we can see all of the free images we can use from Cricut. In this case, I just want some lips, so I'm just going to click on it and add to my canvas. It does have a bunch of little cutouts in the middle, so I'm just going to go over to contour and hide everything except for just that little gap in between, and then that way we have the full set of lips. Now it's just about shaping it. I think I wanted to do like some sort of pattern, so I'm just going to make them small enough to where I can fit 2 in one nail. If you're doing longer nails, you would just have to duplicate another time maybe and then add a 3rd set of lips, but since this is just a short nail design, I think I'm just going to do 2. Heading over back to our shapes, there is a heart you can use. However, I think the images are a lot cuter, and so I'm just going to filter out some free hearts and add to my canvas. And then once we size it up, we can see our design. Of course, this is not our final design. I love being able to move everything, reshape, and kind of see how everything is going to look. We can cut out our vinyl any color that we want, but here I decided just to keep the black. And so now that we're ready to cut, we can hide our template and go over to make it. As always in the project copies, I go to 3 just to make sure that I have enough pieces and extras if I need to. And then again, I just like to move around my pieces to make sure that I get the most out of my vinyl. I use HTV Ront brand vinyl to cut, and for the cut setting, we're just going to leave it at vinyl. And so once our Cricut is done, we unload our mat and we can see here we have our nail decals. There is a small cut error on one of the lips, but then that is why I always cut out extra pieces. These are the nail tips I'll be using. These are my short almond shapes, and I'll have them down in the description for you guys to look at. And so now it's just about picking our sizes and adding them onto our trays. You can see my box has some numbers. I like to write down the sizes I use. That way I don't have to measure every time. And now we are ready to move on. I'm trying to work on being less awkward, and so I decided to do this little unboxing video for you guys. And so we have our 4 nail polishes that we got from Born Pretty. Oh my god, I'm so excited to use all of them. The package also includes this cool liner brush as well as this metal painting gel, which I'm very curious about. These nail polishers are all individually wrapped, which is awesome. And so we have this purple color that changes to pink. I call this one an eggshell because of the black specks, but it turns to a yellow. The pink turns to white. And the red glittery turns to orange. And once again, these are thermal nail gel colors, meaning they'll change color based on temperature. So we can see here the purple changes to pink. The pink that's also kind of glittery changes to white and it stays glittery. And this one looks yellow, but it's actually a little more orange, also turns to white. And lastly, the red glitter turns to orange. Moving on to the painting gel, opening this was such a crazy thing. Oh my god, I was not sure what the heck this was. It is like literal liquid metal. Like, look at this. It is so shiny, so metallic. I'm so excited to use it. And of course, it came with the liner brush, and just look at that sharpness. I am definitely going to be using this one from now on. To prep the nails, we do have to buff the top shiny layer, and so just take a buffing block and then do this to all of the nails. Now our nails are prepped and ready for nail polish. Again, I am going to be using this pink one that turns to white. It also has like super shiny little specks. You can see how glittery it is. I will be doing 2 layers of this polish, so just make sure to cure between each layer. After curing, it did turn white because the lamp is hot. So then once you're doing your second layer, don't freak out. It's gonna be pink, but that's because the nail polish is cold and the lamp was hot. And so now that my second layer is on, again, we are going to cure. After doing that to all our nails, this is what they look like. And I'm actually touching it and it's not sticky at all. But just to be safe, I will be using some 70% alcohol and then just giving them a wipe down with a cotton ball. This step is going to help our vinyl nail decals stick better to the nails. Make sure the nails are not wet, let the alcohol completely dry off, and now we can move on to our decals. And here, I am just going to be removing the inside of my text first. I feel like that makes it a lot easier. And try to use some sharp tweezers. These I think are for lashes, but these are very helpful when picking up my little pieces. And so it's just about applying them wherever you want. I think I wanted it just like in the middle, and then I will be adding rhinestones and maybe little hearts around it. Again, this is your design. You can do whatever you like, just whatever looks cute. To seal in my design, I am using first a base gel. This is going to provide the first protection layer for my nail decals. I did want to add some bling, and so I'm going to be using, I think, my pink rhinestones and then just adding them like all around just to make it look cuter. I am using this rhinestone glue. Everything that I use is linked in my description, so if you guys want to check it out, it'll be there. And then just a little pen to pick up my rhinestones. And so you can add as much or as little bling as you want just to make them look extra cute for Valentine's Day. And so once again, I'm just going to be repeating the same steps. I find it easier to just pick up my nail decals and then just stick them right on top, especially when they're just like one pieces like this. I always add a base layer before adding my rhinestones. I feel like this just gives the first level of protection for my nail decals. Once our rhinestones are cured, we can move on to our final top coat. This one is just by Beetles again. And so we're just going to apply it all over the top of the nail, making sure that we secure in our nail decals as well as our rhinestones. And so I'm just going to be repeating the same steps based on however many rhinestones or nail decals you want to add. I do love using HTV Ront. Also, I've used Tech Wrap. Just find any vinyl that is not too thick because you do want it to be able to shape and contour to the shape of the nails. And so now we have our first nail. It is nice and cured and not sticky. This is a non-wipe top coat, meaning once you apply the top coat and cure, there is no need to wipe or anything. It is going to be smooth. I could not complete this video without giving the liner brush and that metal, I keep calling it liquid metal, a shot. It is just looks so cool. And so I wanted to do kind of just like a little accent color just on the tip of the nails. I thought this would look really cool. And this applies very, very well. You can see here it goes on very smoothly, very opaque, very good color. And of course, always add a top coat to seal in your design. But now we are done, and we can see here we have all our finished nails. I just love that they change color. This makes them so fun, especially like an ombre when your hands are cold but it's hot outside, and then, vice versa. And so I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share, and also head over to my Instagram and my TikTok for a lot more pictures and videos of my work. And just thank you so much for watching.